common, more often we would say my battery is dead. My battery is dead. Or he put a new battery in, so he put in a fresh battery. A fresh battery.
Insert a fresh battery.
Yeah, I have a fresh battery now. Yeah, before my battery was dead. No energy. But now it's a fresh battery. Or you could say a new battery. A new battery or a fresh battery. Now, Nat asked me whether we pronounce this as a long A, or as a short A. Now, the difference, Nat, is if we're saying it slowly, we would say A. This is a cup. That is a cup. See, if you say it real quickly, you don't say that is a cup, you just say that is a cup. That is a cup. It's a short A. But a cup, if you're saying it slowly, I will drink from my cup. This is a cup. It is a cup. See how the sound changes when you say it quickly? Yeah, yeah. But we want to know the rule, and we'll practice it so that we know when to use a, when to use the. See, I say the, but others will say the. It depends on your accent. Well, okay, yeah. It depends on your accent because, like in Thai, you have different accents in different parts of the country, you know, and it's the same way in America. Now, a and an. We call these indefinite articles. In other words, we use a or an in front of a noun when we're not referring to any particular thing. Okay? So, I will use a marker to write on the board. Now, I'm not referring to any special marker. I'm referring to just any marker. So I will use a marker. When I say a marker, it could be that marker, it could be that marker, it could be that marker over there. It's indefinite as to which marker I'm referring to. Okay? Now, if I said I will use the marker to write on the board, I'm referring to a definite marker, a particular marker. So we use a or an to refer to any old marker. That marker, those markers, any marker. It's an indefinite article. If I'm referring to a definite marker, then I would use the. The marker that I am using is out of ink. This one. Okay? So, a as an indefinite, we call it an article. It's a word we put in front of a noun to refer to an article or a noun. So, a when we're talking about any old thing, the when we're talking about a particular thing. Particular, special, definite. Particular is the same as definite. Okay, now we've already covered when to use a and when to use an. Remember that? Remember the rule? Yeah. Exactly. We use a before a word that begins in a consonant sound. and we use "and" before a word that begins with a vowel sound. And a vowel is A, E, I, O, or U. Now, remember, these letters can actually have different sounds. A long A is A. A short is A. So when I say hat, that's a long A, hat. Or I mean a short A. Ha, ah. But if I say a gate, that's a long A, gate. And it's the same way with E. Eat, or short A, short E, gate. So all of these vowels can have short or long sounds. We have to remember that it's not, when we talk about a word starting with a vowel sound, it doesn't mean that the word has to begin with a vowel. It just needs to sound like a vowel. So the word honest, it starts with a consonant, right? H is a consonant. But when we say honest, we're saying on, and the H is silent. It's a silent H. So we say the word honest starts with a vowel sound. So we would refer to an honest man, because honest starts with a vowel sound, so we say an instead of a. If we wanted to say that the man was cruel, we would have to say a cruel man. So we use a if the word that is in front of starts with a consonant sound. We use an if it starts with a vowel sound. So a or an in front of indefinite articles or nouns, and we use the in front of nouns that are definite, that are special, that are particular. Okay? Simple rule. Simple rule. Let's practice it. Okay? We'll see if you're on the ball this morning. Let's see, my book. I've got one. Okay. So we're going to go to page 49. 49. Okay? Page 49. I'll do the first one. Everybody on page 49? 49. The first one. Okay, help me figure this out. Chair on which you are sitting is not comfortable. Is that referring to a definite chair, or is it referring to any chair?
Definite chair.
A definite chair? Okay, so would I use a or the? The or the. The chair on which you're sitting is not comfortable. I'm talking about your chair. So we would say the or the to refer to a definite chair. I'll do another one. There is, is it the or a?
No particular pencil.
A? Because we're not referring to a particular pencil, we're referring to any pencil. So we're going to say A. Okay. Pew, how about if you do number 3 for us? A or the?
There is a customer.
Correct, because we're not talking about any particular customer. We just know that there is a customer outside. We don't know, we don't know who it was. So you're correct. Now, Ben, number 4.
The customer who Mr. Smith telephoned this morning, is he a noun?
That's correct, because we're talking about a definite customer. Notice also in number 4, notice that we used whom instead of who. Does anybody remember why we use whom?
Object.
It's referring to an object. Correct. Yeah. The customer. So Mr. Smith telephoned. Another way of saying this sentence is, Mr. Smith telephoned the customer. Okay. So customer is an object. So we're going to use whom to refer to the customer since it's an object. Remember that rule? Okay. So then number 5. Pip.
I want to find a book.
Okay.
With money.
Correct. Yeah. No particular book, just any book. So we're going to say A. Chop.
The book I am reading now belongs to John.
Okay. The book, because we're talking about a special